Welcome to the Rapid Results Overview. In this video, you will uncover what the Rapid Results process is, if it's right for you, and a pathway to your next step. Have you been wondering how you got into this spot not to have a job? You're probably here because you're in an unfamiliar position of being unemployed, either because you just got downsized, you were let go unexpectedly, your position was eliminated, or maybe you were just sick and tired of the culture you were working in and you're starting your job search. Whether you got referred to the site from a friend who's gone through the Rapid Results process, or you're here from outplacement assistance from your company, or you just found us on the web, one thing is for sure, the landscape of finding a job has changed significantly from the last time you were looking for a position. For most people watching this video, your range of emotions are likely to be scared or even petrified. It's intimidating to be out there starting new again. Who knew your coworkers would be the age of your own kids? Your gut is telling you this time that looking for a job is going to be different. Would you like me to share how to fill your calendar with interview appointments? Would you like me to share how to get your resume in somebody's physical hands versus the digital abyss? You probably never thought you'd be the one in this position, but here you are. So let's get started. In just a moment, you're going to discover the number one thing you must do to muster up the energy to go through this interview game. A game where the rules have changed. This is especially true if you've been at your job for a long time. To thrive in the search process, it's going to take more than a track record of being a manager, director, VP, or senior executive. You're out of your comfort zone right now, and in a moment, I'm going to share with you the one tip that will be the glue to keep your motivations high and propel you to find your next position, and fast. Here's the problem. You're on the wrong side of the desk. You are well equipped at selecting candidates and leading the interview. But now the roles are reversed. In some cases, you might even feel that the person interviewing you, well, let's just say, isn't as experienced as you. Actually, that's not even the real problem. It's the abyss of the digital world we live in. Most of you put hard work into applying, but are not getting any responses. Heck, you're not even getting the courtesy of, "We received your resume" reply. It really stinks. But it's not your fault. You just find yourself in a market where sought-after jobs are occupied, the HR departments are distracted, and in some cases, computer programs are doing the sorting of resumes. As you listen to me now, know my intention is to help you fix that problem. Assuming you haven't been unemployed for a long time, there's really no reason to know who I am. Most of my followers find themselves in a displaced condition and discover me when they're scratching their heads about landing a new role. So assuming you haven't been following us for a while, here's a mercifully short introduction. My name is Steve Adelstein, and I created the Rapid Results process over 7 years ago, after a 20-year career in the recruiting world. We have successfully helped hundreds and hundreds of mid to senior level leaders find new positions. We help reduce the time it takes to find a job by 30%. Every day, we hear feedback on how our process helps our clients build confidence and demonstrate progress. Ever since the process was born, it's highly sought after by many executives who they themselves once were displaced. They went through the very same Rapid Results process you will. Now that they're back in their executive chair, facing the tough job of letting people go, so they're cushioning the blow and use the Rapid Results process for their employees' outplacement. I'll never forget the moment that one of my friends called me and said, "Steve, I've done the work. I keep applying and applying. I'm doing everything I should be doing, but it's not working. I'm ready to give up." But right then I asked him the question that changed everything. How much money is it costing you each week to not be employed? It was that eureka moment where we did the math for the first time, and what we discovered changed everything. I'm about to take you through a quick exercise to help you understand the need for speed. First, pause this recording. You're going to want to grab a piece of paper and a calculator. This is really important, so you'll want to have something to write on and something to write with. So pause now. First, before we get to the math part, I'm going to make an assumption that you have an idea of what you want to do next in your career. I'm also going to assume that you know your internal motivation to find a new position. In other words, some people have shared with me that they feel best when they're stable and they're in a role where they can get to use their subject matter expertise. Some say their identity is wrapped up in their work. It's what they know best, so they have the need to exercise that muscle. Some say it's the feeling of empowerment they get for being in a leadership role. Whatever yours is, that's the intrinsic side of the equation. It's why we do what we do. So the extrinsic side of the equation, also known as the economic side, is the tip I'd like to share today. It's the basis of the rapid results process. I say that because the process of landing the right position can be challenging. It does take time and energy, and often can be discouraging. With rapid results, we aim to speed up the process and make it as productive as possible. But in full disclosure, there'll be days when it's hard. And that's why we start by doing the math and understanding the economic justification for moving fast. Okay, now the math. We work with people that earn 6 figures up to 7 figures. I assume you're somewhere in that range. And for simplicity purposes for this example, I'm going to use $100,000. You should do the math for your number. Let's use 50 weeks a year and $100,000 income. Divide 100,000 by 50. The result is $2,000. Said differently, the economic impact of not having a job is costing you $2,000 a week. According to Time Magazine, the average time to find a low-level job is 43 days. But for high-level jobs with titles like vice president, director, it takes 76 days. For C-level, slightly lower, 71 days on average. On average, 59 people apply for every open position, but only 12% manage to snag interviews. The typical interview process takes an average of 3 weeks. Factors like industry, level of position, and other variables will impact these numbers. So just for illustration purposes, let's use 76 days. And just to be conservative, let's use actual days, not working days. Therefore, our denominator is dividing by 7. 76 days divided by 7, that's 10.85 weeks. 10.85 weeks times $2,000. That's $21,714 of economic impact. Pause the video for a moment and do the math on your numbers to calculate your economic impact, and then come back and I'll share how the rapid results process is designed to skim weeks or even months off your search. Do you have your number? If you're like many, you are sick to your stomach. Not that you didn't intuitively know there was an impact, just seeing it in dollars is alarming, right? Some of you listening to this video don't care about the money as much because you have 20 weeks or so of severance or some big payout the company gave you. If that's you, then I'd like to give you this point to consider. Consider focusing on your why. Use your intrinsic impact of you professionally not being employed. It's helpful to have a motivator that's personal to you in order to keep your foot on the job search gas pedal. Ultimately, despite having the windfall of money and going on that vacation, ultimately, you return home. The days of going out to dinner with another couple and having to talk about that job search, well, candidly, that wears thin real quick. So most of my clients who got deep pocket severance, they make their why about having those dinner conversations change to sharing about their new job and a bright future. If you didn't get the windfall of cash or you are still economically motivated, then let's see how the rapid results process works and what you can expect. You'll have a 60-minute session that's been optimized to quickly take you through a consultation on developing a roadmap. The roadmap is a detailed mapping of what to do and when. During the session, you will go over your target role, target industry, companies to target, how to leverage your network, how to connect with hiring managers, and what to tell them. Your session will be recorded so you don't have to frivolously take notes. You'll always be able to go back and watch it again. In addition, you will also walk out with a roadmap that details the precise next steps you need to do. This tool is helpful because it clearly guides you step by step through the process. Our clients who came before you told us they wanted more detail on the execution steps of the process. So we listened and created a resource library for you. This includes videos that are short in length but packed with instructions to guide you through the execution steps. You'll also get sample templated emails and other tools to help you quickly implement the system. These are tools that work for others and will speed up your process. If all the system did for you was help you shave off 1 week of your job search, would it be worth it? If all the system did for you was to help you have the confidence to know what to do next, would that be beneficial? If all the system did was help you step back into a role where you can get back to your greatness, would that be something you would want to invest in? I hope it's compelling for you because that's why I built it. The Rapid Results 1-hour live and in-person consultation with me or a certified coach, your session recording, access to the resource library. This same service is sold to corporations as an outplacement service at over $2,000. But for web visitors who are investing in themselves like you, we are running a limited time promotion at $697. Using the $100,000 annual income, that's $2,000 a week of economic impact. If by using the Rapid Results framework, you speed up your employment by only 1 week, that's around a 3-to-1 return on your investment. You've done the math. What's it costing you, and what would your return be? You get the Rapid Results private coaching session, the physical roadmap, the session recording, access to the library, and for a limited time, you'll also get a bonus worth $500. We're providing you access to a bi-weekly call-in number. This is an anonymous group call where you have access to a coach to work through any issues or challenges you have in executing your search. In addition to coach's expertise, you also gain individual insight from the community. During these calls, there are often sharing of ideas, tips, and techniques that your peers or senior leaders who have gone through the process or are going through the process share. So through this web-only offer, you invest only $697. That's over $1,300 off the corporate rate of $2,000. And with the bonus included, that's a savings of over $1,800. But again, this is a limited time offer, so take advantage now. You are worth the investment. When you start today, you will be back on the path to greatness. And because you should be back empowered and in control, I will make this easy. I give you my personal 100% satisfaction buy it back guarantee. If you start rapidly implementing and you get started on your future, I will back it up with a no-brainer offer. If you're not thrilled with the session, the tools, and your progress, I will simply buy back your investment. I'm so confident based on hundreds and hundreds of satisfied clients, I'm willing to stand by this offer. Also, I know when you go through it, you will become a fan and share your referrals to other friends and associates you have to help them out with an introduction. So the best way I know how to make it safe to say, yes, let's get going, is to offer you the whole system guaranteed. Hopefully the Rapid Results process is clear to you. I imagine it's compelling enough for you since you're still listening. I've made your Rapid Results decision effortless by backing it up with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. I hope you see it right in front of you. Whatever you choose to do now, you deserve to be back in control. Whatever decision you make, take action. If you're ready to start on your own, I sincerely wish you the best of luck on landing your next position. If you're ready to go with us and our community, we welcome you and ask you to click now to schedule your session.